Hey everyone, in this video I'll show you how to edit using Recraft. In order to do so, here we are in Recraft AI and I have an image ready to go. And what we're looking for here in order to edit is up at the top here, this menu. You'll see that you have a variety of options that you can use to edit your image. We'll take a look here at the first one, and here we can see that we can modify the area. So in order to do that, we can modify the image by adding or changing the selected region with text. Draw a selection, write a description of the changed area, and recraft. Okay, so let's go ahead and give that a try, and let's see what kind of result we get. So if we just do that there, okay, so then that kind of creates that right there, and then you can see here that it says modify area. So let's say sun coming through trees, and we'll just see how that responds. We're not overthinking it too much here, but let's just see what kind of results we get. I'll just go ahead and hit this on pause. Okay, and now we can see the results. As I said, we're not rethinking it too much. I probably could have drawn my lines a little bit clearer than that, but you can get an idea here for how the results are going to be. That's kind of neat. I like the kind of light sort of sparkles coming through the trees there. That adds a little bit of magic to the image. So let's take a look here at the next option. It says erase area. So here, if we want to remove unwanted elements, so we'll go ahead and click on that, and then we can also modify the size of the eraser as well. So here we go. So yeah, that just looks like what we would imagine. So just here, if we want to erase all of that, then we can do that. Now, as far as this image goes, I think that it's maybe not necessary, but let's see. Okay, so that just did it for us automatically, and it just kind of gave us a bit of a blur effect there. Now, let's see how easy that is to undo. Yeah. Okay, so just by undoing that brought us back to our original effect that we had there, which I quite liked. And next we'll see remove background. So we'll go ahead and select that, and that will just automatically start thinking on its own. So there you go. That removed the background. The results are a little bit iffy, but we do have a very fuzzy bunny owl here, so that might cause some issues as far as removing the backgrounds. But as far as removing the background goes, that was pretty effective. So I quite like that. We'll go ahead and just go back to our original. And then here we also have change the background. So we can go ahead and select that there. So it's detecting the background right now. And then I would expect, there we go. Okay, so that gives us that. And then it says here, change the background. So let's see here. Let's go ahead. And one thing I'm finding here is that you can't paint the words there and then redo those that way. You actually got to just put your cursor there and then just delete them manually. So changing the background here, let's go ahead and say, let's just put the bunny owl in a bedroom, because it kind of looks like a stuffed animal to me. And then we'll just go ahead and select change background. Now keep in mind that this is costing credits. I'm noticing here that we are kind of being charged here for some credits, so just the process of doing this is going to take some credits from us. And there we go. Now we have the bunny owl in a bedroom. In this case, it is a very large stuffed bunny owl in a bedroom, but I like that. That gives us some idea there of what the potential is, and the results are actually pretty neat. So that gives you some idea. Now we also have convert to mockup, so we can use the selected layer as a mockup image. Okay, so that's pretty neat. So you could see here that if you have a mug or a shirt or something of the sort, then you can bring that in there, and then you can have your image, and then it will automatically just put the image there on whatever it is that you bring in. So that's pretty neat. We won't do that just because that's probably going to cost credits to do so, but just by looking there at the example, you'll have an idea of what to expect. And that's really cool. I like that. So that's very useful. If you have an online store or something, then you have an idea for how Recraft will work for you there. Very powerful. So here, vectorize. So convert bitmap image to scalable vector graphics with one click. So we'll go ahead and select that, and we are now vectorizing. So we'll see there what the results are of that. I'll just go ahead and just pause this momentarily. Okay, so now you can see the results of that, the vectorization of it, and that will give you that result there. So if that is useful to you, then that gives you an idea of how that will result. Next, we have the rasterize, convert vector to a raster image with one click. So let's just go ahead and we're going to just wanted to undo that, and then here. Okay, so that is if the image is vectorized, then you can rasterize it. So just by removing that, that removed that option there. And now what we have here is clarity upscale. So increases image resolution, making it sharper and cleaner. The initial image should be smaller than 4 megapixels. And finally, we also have the creative upscale, which boosts resolution with the focus on refining small details and faces. This takes longer than upscaling. The initial image should be larger than 256 pixels and smaller than 16 megapixels. So that gives you some idea there. We've got the clarity upscale, and then we've also got the creative upscale. And I'm not going to go through those just because, again, we're going to be using credits to do that, but that is just to give you an idea of what you can do. So if you want to upscale your image, then you can do that. Or if you want to use the creative upscaler, that will boost the resolution with a focus on refining small details and faces, and this takes longer than the regular upscaling. So that gives you an idea of how you can edit using Recraft. And I have to say that Recraft so far, I am quite impressed with what it does. It seems to be a very useful tool for not just creating images, but also manipulating the images and coming up with some interesting results by erasing the background, replacing the background, adding modifying the area, things of that sort. So this is a very powerful tool. I'd highly recommend taking a look at it. And that's all there is to it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and like and subscribe for more helpful tips.